So I got onto the internet this morning and immediately just saw a huge blow-up of Pokemon Gen 3 remakes. And at first I thought, oh geez, this is gonna just be some joke or whatever that's gone overblown. I mean, there's no way. And so look around a bit, go onto YouTube, and lo and behold, there are actual Gen 3 remakes, and well, supposedly. So far, we haven't seen the box art for these Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, but quite frankly, what do they mean? So first I'll go over what we do know. They are supposed remakes of Ruby and Sapphire. They have the names of Ruby and Sapphire. They have Kyogre and Groudon on their respective boxes. Boxes even come in red and blue in Europe and Japan, and that's really about it. Truth be told, we really do not even know if they're per se Gen 3 remakes or even just going back to Hoenn, or they could for all we know be just a new region with Groudon and Kyogre that have something to do with this. And we honestly don't know. The trailer says prepare for an all-new adventure and all-new whatever terrain. We honestly have no idea. Personally though, I do feel it's very safe to say these are going to go ahead and be remakes, just because it's not Ruby and Sapphire 2, it's not... That's why I think it's specifically just Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, which generally we can go ahead and just assume that they're just remakes. I mean, Heart Gold, Soul Silver didn't exactly show off much at first either, so most likely they are going to be remakes, and that is something we shall be excited for. Next thing is, what do I think about these? That's actually a very good question. I feel can be. For the most part, I'm actually very excited for these. I'm someone who enjoyed the Hoenn region. These games are very nostalgic to me, and quite frankly, I believe it'll be fun. I'm personally, as a shiny hunter, a little glad I don't that I don't have to deal with Groudon and Kyogre again, just because they're probably going to be shiny along like everything in X and Y. But then I'm also very curious to see what they add, because each remake so far has added a lot of content. Fire Red and Leaf Green added the equivalent of basically an entire region with the City Isles. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, while it didn't seemingly add much, actually added a lot, because Heart Gold and Silver had so much content cut, and then so much new philosophies or whatever, and blah blah blah, legendary Pokemon kind of new routes and all this fun jazz was added to Heart Gold, Soul Silver. So I'm very excited to see what they kind of add here. I'm personally hoping they do something like most people know these generations for later on. It's entirely surf-based and it gets annoying. I hope they somehow can nerf it. I'd make it not as tedious, although it's not as bad as some other things. But on the other hand, let's look at some of the aspects of this that can be kind of bad, and it's not directly related to the games themselves, but consequences of the entire series. So first, X and Y post-game, I don't know if they just rushed it or what exactly happened, but it feels like there was no content. Considering we only got 70 or so new Pokemon, that's a little disappointing for a new generation. It feels like they were going to add something more, but they just haven't gotten around to it with these new games, and that is personally something I feel that is a little sad. then there's also the disturbing fact in a few years we might actually get Diamond and Pearl remakes. I love Pokemon in general, but there's just something about Sinnoh that was just monotonous, and oh my gosh. I love Kanto, I love Johto, I love Hoenn, I love Unova, I really love Kalos, but Sinnoh, for some reason, I don't know if it was just because it was the first DS games, like they were like slow as hell, or it's just my general hatred of Bidoof. God knows I hate Bidoof, but ugh. So overall, I think it's something we should be excited about. I don't really know how this is going to relate to anything. One thing I really should bring up, though, that I forgot to mention, if you look at the boxes for the new games, you'll notice that the artwork for Kyogre and Groudon are actually very different. It looks like they have new designs. Most people are theorizing Mega Evolution, but let's not forget that legendary Pokemon have had alternate forms in the past, and these could be like ancient forms or whatever. And that'd be interesting just to see what is up with that. I don't know, but well, I guess we should go ahead and cut to the point of why most of you are actually going to be watching this. So, many of you remember the Jirachi disc for Pokemon Coliseum. I have that. I have a lot of free time, so we're going to go ahead and give away this particular Jirachi right here. It's Hasty Nature. It's a Wishmaker Jirachi, that ID number. It's not going to have the berry because we're going to be transferring this to X and Y soon here, but it knows Wish, Confusion, and Rest. I'm going to keep it at level 5, and okay, because I didn't think it. So this Jirachi will be given away. In order to have a chance at winning it, just go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and we'll randomly pick someone, and so yeah, I guess that just about covers our bases. If you actually want to enter, be sure you have a 3DS and a copy of Pokemon X and Y. We will not be trading through older games. And just generally have a good day. Look forward to these new Pokemon games, and stay tuned.